Howdy, music fans. Thanks for joining me. So I screwed up here on the blues video. There were some records out of place, so when I got to them, I thought we were done with the blues and at country, but we're not. There were some more blues records I forgot to put in the right place. So I'm going to start this country records video with a few blues records. Okay, first one is one that meant a lot to me as a kid, and I have found it since on CD or a couple of CDs, and it's called John Lee Hooker Black Snake. And this was just a wonderful, wonderful record. It's a double record, and one reason I really like it is because it's very different from his typical droning jam that he does. You know, his trance jam thing that he's known for. And these songs are just him and acoustic guitar for the most part. The second record might be a little different, might be a little bit more of a band on it. I'm not sure. Um, let's see if there are vocals and guitar. Yeah, and then side three and side four have Sam Jones on bass and Lewis Hayes on drums, but the rest of it is all just John Lee Hooker on guitar and vocal, and it is wonderful. Black Snake, How Long Blues, Wobblin' Baby, She's Long, She's Tall, She Weeps Like a Willow Tree, Peavine Special, Tupelo Blues, all these great, 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 great songs. And yeah, just a wonderful, wonderful album. Like I say, I think it was broken up into two CDs. I know it was. And I have both of those CDs, and they're wonderful. And the electric side is very, or the band side is very sparse also. Drifting Through the Blues, John Lee Hooker. This was probably similar to that other one. Drifting from Door to Door. She Left Me on my Bended Knee. Let Your Daddy Ride. John Lee Hooker. Drifting Through the Blues. There's the track listing there. Whoa, whoops. There we go. All right, next, John Jackson. I believe he's from this area, somebody not many people know about. More blues and country dance tunes from Virginia on Our Hooley Records. This is volume 2. And this is he is just a wonderful finger picker and a great singer. And I absolutely love him to death. Yeah, this says Fairfax, Virginia on the back. That's where it was recorded. And there is a documentary on him on one of those, I forget who does those kinds of DVDs and CDs. But there's a documentary on him, and it's really great. It's not Yazoo, I don't think. But um, yeah, I've got all the CDs that I can find that are of his material as well. And now here's another one, Deep in the Bottom. John Jackson again. Just a wonderful, wonderful picking in the old country blues style. Sorry, I'm trying to make it so you can see this set list in here. Okay, next is Charlie Patton, founder of the Delta Blues. And this is a double album. Gatefold. And this one actually has some cool, there's like a booklet in there. See, next page. And it's got all the lyrics of everything in there, it looks like. Yeah, pretty cool. And then some pictures in the back. And then on the back, it's got these great drawings that kind of look like the R. Crumb drawings, and maybe they are, I don't know. They have the calendars for beautiful drawings that I guess were on little promos or cards for these records or something. I don't know. I don't think they were actually on the records or on the sleeves, but I could be wrong. I believe the sleeves were just white in those days. And these were little posters advertising. Next is Son House, The Real Delta Blues, 14 songs from the man who taught Robert Johnson on Blue Goose Records. Okay, now we're done with blues. So that was blues part 2, and here comes country, starting with Willie Nelson, Me and Paul, which is a great song. And a great album. This album, he has 3 Billy Joe Shaver songs. George on a Fast Train, Old Five and Dimers Like Me, and Black Rose. Great, great, great Billy Joe Shaver songs. And there's Paul English, who was his drummer, who he was singing about in that song, Me and Paul. There's Jody Payne, and there's Mickey Raphael, and Bobby Nelson, his sister, and Grady Martin. And I believe that's another English, Billy English. So pretty cool. This is a great, great, great record. I highly recommend it. It's another one where he does a bunch of his old songs over again, different, different versions. One Day at a Time, I Never Cared for You, Pretend I Never Happened, She's Gone, I'm a Memory. But they're not. It's not a compilation. These, I believe, are done for this. Because there were some Lefty Frizzell songs, I believe, on there, and he had an album of all Lefty Frizzell songs. Emmylou Harris, Elite Hotel, where she does a couple of Graham Parsons songs. And I don't know if Graham is actually on this or if he's already gone by this time. I think he's already gone by this time. Okay, next is George Jones, The Possum, Mr. No-Show, Country Heart. Oh, there's 2 records in here, or one that's falling apart? I think it's one that's falling apart. It's 24 favorite songs. It looks like it's two records, but it's, a double LP or whatever. Yeah, there's just a piece of cardboard in between. That's weird. I've never seen that before. In between the 2 records. Hell, maybe I even put it in, or the person I bought it from maybe put it in. Lots of George Jones classics. Actually, it's not a lot of George Jones classics. White Lightning's on here. But who cares? It's George Jones. It's good. He is one of the all-time greats. Next, I think we have a couple of Ernest Tubb records. Yeah, Ernest Tubb sings Just Call Me Lonesome. He's got a bunch of other songs. And other great songs by Rex Griffin. So I guess these are all Rex Griffin songs. I don't know if any of these are original albums or what, but... Another Ernest Tubb. And his Texas Troubadours. Yellow Rose of Texas, Driving Nails in My Coffin. That's certainly a great classic of his. Fun, upbeat country song. There's the Ernest Tubb track listing. Good Lord, this is hard. Can you see that? All right, next is Ed McCurdy. This is a folk guy that my parents listened to, and I ended up liking him. Best of Ed McCurdy. And so these are all old folk tunes, but they're great. I used to really love this song, this album, and his albums. Next is, hang on, and we're back. Songs of the West, Ed McCurdy. This one I really love. This is great, and I ended up finding this on CD as well, and something else on CD. So some wonderful songs, and I'm sure others cover some of these, like Dave Van Ronk, or even Bob Dylan maybe have done some of these. I don't know. Utah Phillips, who knows? Then another best of Ed McCurdy. Not a very kind of a boring album cover, but track listing. Hard to pick out the track listing because it's also accompanied with a whole bunch of text. All right, John R. Cash is next, and this is a real good one. I've got this in my in that box set, the Columbia, complete Columbia recordings. Then we've got Johnny Cash, A Thing Called Love, which is, I believe, a Jerry Reed song. I believe that's a Jerry Reed song. Now let's see. I want to make sure I've got all those done and I've got everything ready to go. Okay, the next video. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Leave your comments. This thing just never works, does it?